The silver ship landed quietly in the forest near the research station. Ambassador Veltar stepped out first, his crystal body catching the morning light. Behind him came his team of alien scientists. They were here to study humans before allowing them into the Galactic Council. Every species had to pass the test. The aliens needed to understand how humans dealt with danger. They expected to find the usual story, humans killing their predators to stay safe. That was how every other species worked. Dr. Min was waiting for them at the station. She was a young Korean woman with a bright smile. She wore a simple white lab coat and carried a tablet computer. When she saw the aliens, she waved happily. "Welcome to Earth," Min said in perfect galactic standard language. "I'm so excited to show you our work here." Veltar looked around the forest. His sensors picked up many dangerous life forms nearby. Large predators moved through the trees. Deadly snakes hid in the grass. Flying creatures with sharp claws circled overhead. "We must discuss your security measures," Veltar said. "Our scans show many threats in this area. How do you protect your research station?" Min looked confused. "Protect from what?" "From the predators," said Kexri, the team's military expert. She came from a warrior planet where fighting was everything. The large mammals with claws and teeth. The venomous reptiles. The aerial hunters. Min's face lit up with understanding. "Oh, you mean the animals? We don't protect ourselves from them. We protect them." The aliens looked at each other. This made no sense. "Come," Min said. "Let me show you." She led them down a path through the trees. Soon they reached a large fenced area. Inside, several massive brown bears walked around freely. The aliens stepped back in alarm. These creatures could kill a human with one swipe. But Min walked right up to the fence. "This is our bear sanctuary," she explained. "We take care of bears who were hurt or lost their mothers." A small bear cub ran to the fence. It was fluffy and round with tiny black eyes. Min reached through the fence and pet its head gently. "This little guy is named Honey," Min said. "His mother was hit by a car. We're raising him until he can live in the wild again." Veltar stared in shock. "That creature will grow to be extremely dangerous. Could easily kill you. Why would you care for it?" Min picked up the cub and held it close. The little bear made soft sounds and snuggled against her. "Look at this face," she said. "How could you not love something so cute?" The aliens watched in horror as the deadly predator licked Min's cheek like a friendly pet. They walked further into the forest. Min showed them more impossible things. Humans were feeding large cats that could break bones with their jaws. They were caring for wolves that hunted in packs. They were healing injured eagles with razor-sharp talons. At every station, the humans talked about the animals the same way. They called them cute. They said they were beautiful. They treated them like precious treasures instead of deadly enemies. "I don't understand," Veltar said to Dr. Su, another Korean researcher. "These animals are designed to kill you. They are your natural predators. Why do you help them?" Su was holding a small snake. It was bright green with fangs full of poison. He stroked its head carefully while it coiled around his arm. "This is Jade," Su said. "She was found sick in the forest. We nursed her back to health. Now she's ready to go home." "But it's venomous," Kexri pointed out. "One bite could kill you." Su smiled and looked at the snake's face. "She's not mean. She's just a little noodle with trust issues. Look at her tiny face. She's adorable." The military expert from the warrior planet fainted. As the day went on, the aliens saw more and more examples. Humans saved sharks from fishing nets and put them back in the ocean. They rescued mountain lions caught in traps. They ran hospitals for injured crocodiles. Every human they met said the same thing. The animals were cute. They were worth saving. They deserved protection. By evening, Veltar's team was completely confused. Their science could not explain what they were seeing. Every other species in the galaxy killed threats to survive. Humans seemed to do the opposite. "This goes against everything we know about evolution," said their biologist. "Apex predators don't protect their competition. They eliminate it." Dr. Bo, the head of the research station, joined them for dinner. She was an older Korean woman with kind eyes. She listened as the aliens tried to understand human behavior. "You seem upset," Bo said gently. "Is something wrong?" Veltar explained their confusion. "Your species defies all natural laws. You should fear these creatures. Instead, you love them. How did you survive to become the dominant species on your planet?" Bo thought for a moment. Then she pulled out her phone and showed them a video. It was a baby tiger playing with a ball. The tiny cub tumbled and rolled, making soft mewing sounds. "When we see something like this," Bo said, "we don't think about danger. We think about protection. We see innocence that needs care. Beauty that should be preserved. Life that deserves a chance. She showed them more videos. Baby bears learning to climb trees. Wolf pups playing together. Lion cubs stumbling on oversized paws. We learned that everything has value, Bo continued. Even the things that might hurt us. Maybe especially those things. They're just trying to survive like us. That night, Veltar sent his first report to the Galactic Council. He marked it as urgent and flagged it for immediate review. The message was simple but unprecedented. Human species exhibits impossible behavior. They protect their predators because they find them aesthetically pleasing. Request immediate guidance. Team may be experiencing psychological contamination from exposure to what humans call cuteness overload. Send backup team immediately. The response came back quickly. Report rejected. Resubmit with accurate data. Veltar looked out at the forest where dangerous creatures lived safely under human protection. He shook his crystal head and began writing his second report. The next morning, Veltar's team followed a winding mountain road. Their destination was what humans called a bear sanctuary. The alien ambassador expected to find a prison where dangerous creatures were locked away from society. What he found instead made him question everything he knew about intelligent life. Park Ranger Hay met them at the entrance gate. She was a cheerful Korean woman wearing a green uniform and thick boots. Her smile was so bright that it made Veltar's crystal skin tingle with confusion. "Welcome to Mountain Bear Haven," Hay said warmly. "We're so excited to show you our family." Family. The word made no sense to the aliens. These were predators, not family members. They walked through the gate into a large open area surrounded by tall fences. Inside, massive brown bears wandered freely. Some were sleeping under trees. Others played in a small stream. A few sat in the sun, looking peaceful and content. "There are 37 bears here," Hay explained as they walked. "Most came to us as orphan cubs. Some were injured adults who needed long-term care." Kexri, the military expert, scanned the bears with her device. "These creatures average 250 kilograms each. Their claws are 12 centimeters long. Their bite force could crush metal. Why are they not contained in individual cells?" Hay looked confused. "Why would we put them in cells? They're not criminals. They're just animals who need help." A loud splash came from the stream. A young bear had jumped into the water and was rolling around playfully. Water sprayed everywhere as the bear tried to catch fish with its huge paws. It looked clumsy and silly as it tumbled in the shallow water. "That's Patches," Hay said with obvious affection. "He lost his mother when he was tiny. We bottle-fed him until he was strong enough to eat solid food." The bear noticed the visitors and came running over. Veltar's security protocol screamed warnings as 300 kilograms of predator charged straight at them. But Hay just laughed and pulled out a piece of fruit from her pocket. "Sit, Patches," she said firmly. The massive bear sat down like an obedient dog. Hay tossed him the apple, which he caught and crunched happily. Then he rolled over on his back, showing his belly. "He wants belly rubs," Hay explained. "But we use this long stick for safety." She picked up a meter-long pole with soft padding on the end. She rubbed the bear's stomach while he made contented grumbling sounds. His huge legs kicked in the air like a playful puppy. The alien team watched in stunned silence. Dr. Zinka, their psychologist, began taking rapid notes. This behavior made no sense according to any known species interaction patterns. "Ranger Hay," Veltar said carefully, "this creature could kill you instantly. Its claws could slice through your body. Its teeth could crush your bones. How can you show affection to something so dangerous?" Hay stopped rubbing Patch's belly and looked at the alien with genuine surprise. "Dangerous? Patches isn't dangerous. He's just a big teddy bear with anxiety issues." She knelt down next to the bear's huge head. Patches lifted his head and gently licked her face with his enormous tongue. Hay giggled and scratched behind his ears. "Look at this sweet face," she said. "Look at these little round ears. How could anyone think he's scary?" Kexri, the warrior, made a choking sound. "Little ears? That creature's ears are larger than my head." "But they're so cute and fuzzy," Hay insisted. "And look at his nose. It's like a big black button." Another ranger approached them. His name tag read June. He was carrying a bottle of milk and wearing thick gloves. "Time for feeding," June announced cheerfully. From a den near the trees came the smallest bear cub Veltar had ever seen. It was barely larger than a house cat, with fluffy brown fur and tiny black eyes. The cub wobbled on unsteady legs as it ran toward June. "This is our newest arrival," June explained. "We found him alone in the forest 3 days ago. His mother was killed by poachers. The alien team watched as June sat on the ground and cradled the tiny cub in his arms. The baby bear grabbed the bottle with both paws and drank hungrily. It made small mewing sounds like a kitten. "He's still learning to use the bottle," June said softly. "Sometimes he gets more milk on himself than in his stomach." The cub finished drinking and curled up against June's chest. Within minutes it was fast asleep, breathing peacefully. June stroked its fur with one finger. "We'll take care of him until he's old enough to survive on his own," June said. "Then we'll release him back into the wild." Dr. Zinka stepped forward, her scanner beeping frantically. "According to my readings, your stress levels are actually decreasing while in contact with these predators. This is impossible." June looked up with a gentle smile. "Stress? Why would I be stressed? Look at this little guy. He's just a baby who needs love and protection." The sleeping cub made a tiny snoring sound. Even Veltar had to admit it was oddly appealing. As the day continued, they met more rangers and more bears. Each human spoke about the dangerous creatures with the same strange mixture of love and respect. They called them fur babies and gentle giants. They took thousands of pictures and videos to share with other humans. By afternoon, Kexri was sitting quietly in a corner watching bear cubs play. She had stopped taking military readings and was instead making odd cooing sounds whenever a cub did something particularly clumsy. "This is psychological warfare," she muttered to herself. "They're using weapons of mass cuteness against us." When evening came, the team gathered to discuss their observations. None of their science could explain what they had witnessed. Humans were deliberately caring for creatures that evolution had designed to kill them. Veltar began typing his second report to the council. "Human behavior remains inexplicable. They demonstrate parental instincts toward natural predators. Recommend immediate extraction of team before complete psychological compromise occurs. Note: have attached 347 images of adorable murder machines, as humans call them. These may constitute biological weapons." He paused and looked at one more picture of a sleeping bear cub. Then he quietly deleted his recommendation for extraction and added instead, "Request extended observation period. For scientific purposes only." The great meeting hall on Concordia Station had never seen such chaos. Representatives from 847 different worlds filled the massive chamber. Their voices created a noise like angry metal grinding against stone. At the center of it all sat High Chancellor Mordak, an ancient being whose patience was wearing very thin. "Order." Mordak's voice boomed through the hall. "We will have order in this council." The noise slowly died down. Floating screens around the chamber showed the reports from Earth. Pictures of humans cuddling with deadly predators filled every display. The alien representatives stared at the images with expressions of horror and confusion. "These reports cannot be accurate," declared Senator Vorthak from the Steel Empire. His metal body clanked as he stood up. "No intelligent species protects creatures that hunt them. This goes against every law of evolution we know." Murmurs of agreement rippled through the crowd. The Hivemind Collective sent a signal that translated as, "Data corrupted. Observers compromised. Reject all findings." High Chancellor Mordak activated the main screen. Ambassador Veltar appeared in holographic form, looking tired and confused. Behind him they could see the Earth Research Station. "Ambassador Veltar," Mordak said formally. "The Council demands explanation. Your reports describe impossible behavior. Humans protecting predators? Caring for creatures that kill them? Explain this madness." Veltar's crystal body flickered in the projection. "Honored Chancellor, I know the reports seem unbelievable. My team thought the same thing. But we have witnessed it ourselves. Humans deliberately save creatures that should be their enemies." "Impossible," roared General Krextar from the Blade Territories. His 6 arms waved angrily in the air. "Show us their weapons. Show us their warrior codes. Every apex species conquers through strength." Veltar nodded to someone off-screen. The display changed to show Korean researcher Dr. Lee sitting on the ground. In her arms was a baby wolf, drinking from a bottle like a human infant. The wolf pup had tiny ears and soft gray fur. Its eyes were closed in contentment as it drank. The council chamber exploded in outrage. "Fabricated footage," screamed the Void Walker delegate. "Psychological manipulation," accused the Crystal Singers. "This is clearly some kind of human weapon," declared the Warmoon Coalition. Dr. Zinka, the expedition psychologist, appeared on screen next to Veltar. "Honored Council, I have run every test known to our science. The humans show no signs of mind control or chemical influence. Their behavior appears to be Natural. Natural? Senator Vorthak's voice cracked with disbelief. You call this natural? The screen changed again. This time it showed Korean Park Ranger Woo walking calmly through a field full of massive predatory cats. The creatures could have killed him easily. Instead they followed him like pets. One of them, a striped beast as large as a vehicle, was playfully batting at a ball. The humans call this one Whiskers, Dr. Zinka explained. They say he is a big kitty with emotional problems. They show affection toward all of these creatures. Ambassador Tel Quinn from the peaceful gardens rose from her seat. Her plant-like body swayed gently as she spoke. Perhaps we misunderstand. Maybe these creatures are not truly dangerous. Maybe humans have bred the aggression out of them. Veltar shook his head. No, Ambassador. These animals retain all their natural hunting instincts. Watch this. The display showed feeding time at the bear sanctuary. Ranger June was preparing food when one of the large bears accidentally knocked him down. The bear was easily 10 times June's weight. Any rational being would expect violence to follow. Instead, the bear immediately stopped moving. It made worried sounds and gently nudged June with its massive nose. When June laughed and sat up, the bear licked his face apologetically. You see? June's voice came through the speakers as he hugged the enormous predator. He's just a big baby who doesn't know his own strength. Aren't you, honey? Yes, you are. You're just a fuzzy sweetie pie. Complete silence fell over the council chamber. Beings from hundreds of different worlds stared at the screen in shock. The concepts they were seeing challenged everything they thought they knew about survival and intelligence. Elder Kixmao from the ancient world spoke first. His voice was barely a whisper. In 3,000 years of galactic civilization, we have never seen anything like this. How did this species survive to develop technology? That is the question that puzzles us most, Veltar admitted. By every standard we know, humans should have been extinct long ago. Instead, they became the dominant species on their planet while actively protecting everything that could kill them. The Hive Mind Collective sent another signal. Request additional data. Theory: humans possess advanced mental powers. Use psychic influence to control predators. Dr. Zinka responded immediately. We tested for that. Humans show no psychic abilities. The predators are not under any form of control. The relationship appears to be based on what humans call trust and love. Love? General Krextar spat. Love is weakness. Love gets you killed. Yet humans are very much alive, observed Ambassador Telquin quietly. And apparently so are their predators. The screen changed one more time. Korean marine biologist Dr. Park was swimming in the ocean near massive sharks. The predators swam around him peacefully. One of them, easily 4 meters long, approached Dr. Park directly. The council held its collective breath. Dr. Park reached out and gently touched the shark's nose. The enormous predator seemed to enjoy the contact. It circled back for more attention. This is Luna, Dr. Park's voice explained. She's been coming to visit us for 3 years. She's just a big sea puppy who likes belly rubs. Belly rubs. The translation system struggled with the concept. High Chancellor Mordak finally spoke. This council will recess for emergency deliberation. We must decide how to proceed with a species that defies every natural law we understand. As the representatives filed out, confused murmurs echoed through the chamber. Many were heard saying the same thing: maybe we should see more of these cute things for research purposes. The emergency session would last for 7 days. 3 weeks later, the largest alien fleet in galactic history arrived at Earth. 50 ships from different worlds carried over 200 council representatives. Each species sent their best scientists, warriors, and philosophers. They came to solve the mystery of human behavior once and for all. High Chancellor Mordak led the expedition personally. His ancient wisdom had guided the galaxy for centuries, but nothing had prepared him for what he would find on the blue planet. The fleet landed at locations around the world. Each team was assigned to study different aspects of human civilization. What they discovered challenged everything they thought they knew about intelligent life. Dr. Kong met the first team at a massive facility in Africa. She was a small Korean woman with dirt on her hands and joy in her eyes. Behind her stretched endless grasslands filled with some of the most dangerous predators in the galaxy. Welcome to the African Conservation Center, Dr. Kong said proudly. We protect over 50,000 large predators here. Commander Thakmore from the warrior clans scanned the area with his instruments. Your defenses are inadequate. These creatures could break through your barriers easily. Dr. Kong looked confused. Break through? Why would they want to leave? This is their home. We make sure they have everything they need. She led them to an observation platform. Below, massive cats with golden fur lounged in the shade. Some weighed over 200 kilograms. Their teeth were longer than alien fingers. Their claws could slice through metal. These are lions, Dr. Kong explained. The males are the ones with the big fluffy hair. We call them danger kitties with fabulous manes. One of the male lions looked up at the platform and made a deep rumbling sound. Instead of running away, Dr. Kong made the same sound back at him. The lion seemed pleased and rolled over to show his belly. He's saying hello, Dr. Kong translated. His name is Simba. He likes chin scratches, but we use a very long stick. The alien team watched in horror as Dr. Kong demonstrated. The massive predator purred like a content house pet. Meanwhile, another team landed at a coastal facility. Marine biologist Dr. Yoon greeted them wearing a wetsuit and carrying underwater cameras. You're just in time for feeding, Dr. Yoon said excitedly. The great whites are especially active today. Ambassador Zilek from the Deep Worlds had spent his life studying oceanic predators. Nothing lived in his planet's seas that could compare to Earth's sharks. These creatures are perfect killing machines, he observed. Millions of years of evolution have made them unstoppable hunters. Exactly. Dr. Yoon agreed. Aren't they magnificent? Come meet Bruce. They boarded a boat and traveled to deeper waters. Soon a shadow appeared beneath them. It was enormous, over 6 meters of pure predator. Rows of razor-sharp teeth filled a mouth large enough to swallow a human whole. Dr. Yoon dove into the water. The aliens scrambled to activate emergency protocols, certain they were about to witness a feeding frenzy. Instead, they watched the shark approach Dr. Yoon gently. The massive creature allowed her to touch its nose and swim alongside it. Bruce is one of our regulars, Dr. Yoon explained when she surfaced. He visits us every few months. I think he enjoys the company. She showed them underwater footage of humans swimming peacefully with dozens of sharks. The predators moved around the tiny humans like curious puppies, occasionally seeking attention and physical contact. But the real shock came at the genetics laboratory in Seoul. Dr. Park, a cheerful Korean scientist, led the alien delegation through halls filled with impossible creatures. This is our de-extinction program, Dr. Park announced proudly. We bring back species that disappeared long ago. For what purpose? Asked Elder Vexilla from the Ancient Council. Why resurrect dead creatures? Dr. Park's eyes lit up. Because they deserve a second chance. And because some of them are absolutely adorable. He led them to a large enclosure. Inside paced creatures that looked like enormous cats with sword-like teeth. Their muscles rippled under striped fur. Every movement showed deadly grace. Saber-toothed cats, Dr. Park explained lovingly. They went extinct 10,000 years ago. We brought them back using genetic samples. The alien delegation stared in disbelief. Dr. Zinka checked her historical databases. According to our records, these creatures specifically evolved to hunt early humans. They were your primary predators. I know. Dr. Park said with obvious delight. Isn't that amazing? Look at those huge fangs. And those little round ears. They're like oversized kitties with dental issues. One of the saber-toothed cats approached the fence. Instead of showing aggression, it began making a deep rumbling sound. Dr. Park immediately made similar sounds back. She's asking for attention, he translated. Her name is Princess Fluffytooth. She loves having her ears rubbed. Commander Thakmore's warrior training failed him completely. You brought back your own predators? Creatures designed by evolution to kill your species? And you call them cute? Well, yes, Dr. Park replied as if it was obvious. Everything deserves to exist. Besides, look at this face. How could you not love something with such magnificent murder fangs? The pattern repeated everywhere the aliens landed. Humans had not only protected their current predators but had actively rescued species from extinction. They had brought back cave bears, dire wolves, and giant eagles. Each resurrection project was explained with the same reasoning. The creatures were beautiful, important, and adorable. At the mammoth breeding facility, Dr. Han introduced them to baby woolly mammoths. These guys have been gone for 4,000 years, she explained while bottle-feeding a calf covered in fluffy fur. But look at this little trunk. And these tiny tusks. We couldn't let something this cute stay extinct. By evening, the alien teams reconvened at their command ship. Every report told the same impossible story. Humans had deliberately created a planet where their most dangerous predators lived safely under their protection. High Chancellor Mordak listened to each report with growing amazement. Finally, he spoke, Let me understand this correctly. Humans have achieved dominance over their planet, developed advanced technology and reached for the stars. And they used this power to rescue everything that used to eat them. That appears to be accurate, Chancellor, Veltar confirmed. The ancient leader was quiet for a long moment. Then he began to laugh, a sound like crystal chimes in a gentle wind. Remarkable, he whispered. Absolutely remarkable. 6 months after first contact, the Galactic Council chamber looked completely different. Where once stood cold metal seats, now soft cushions made viewing more comfortable. The harsh lighting had been replaced with warmer tones. Most surprising of all, several large screens showed what humans called cute animal videos, playing quietly in the background. High Chancellor Mordak called the historic session to order. Representatives from across the galaxy had come to make the final decision about Earth's membership. But something had changed in these aliens during their time studying humans. We have completed our investigation of the human species, Mordak announced. What we discovered has changed our understanding of intelligent life itself. Korean Ambassador Dr. Lee sat in the center of the chamber. She looked tiny, surrounded by hundreds of alien beings, but her calm smile never wavered. In her hands she held a tablet showing pictures of Earth's animals. 4 billions of years, Mordak continued, we believed survival meant eliminating threats. Every species in our council reached the stars by conquering their predators. We thought this was the only way. Senator Vorthak from the Steel Empire stood up. His metal body had been decorated with small flowers, a recent addition that surprised everyone. The humans have shown us a different path. They prove that strength can come from protection instead of destruction. Murmurs of agreement swept through the chamber. Many representatives nodded their heads or made similar gestures of approval. I was wrong, admitted General Krextar from the Blade Territories. His 6 arms hung peacefully at his sides instead of reaching for weapons. I thought love was weakness. But humans love their predators and still became the strongest species on their planet. They loved their predators and reached for the stars. Dr. Lee stood up slowly. Honored council members, we don't see strength and kindness as opposites. We learned long ago that protecting others makes us stronger, not weaker. She activated her tablet. The main screens filled with images of Earth's conservation programs. Thousands of dangerous predators living safely under human care. Lions playing in vast preserves. Sharks swimming freely in protected oceans. Bears raising cubs without fear of hunting. We have over 50,000 protected species, Dr. Lee explained. Many were close to extinction when we started our conservation programs. Now they thrive. Ambassador Telquin from the Peaceful Gardens rose gracefully. Dr. Lee, we must ask, how do you convince your population to support these programs? Surely some humans fear these predators? Dr. Lee smiled and showed a new video. Korean children were visiting a wolf sanctuary with their teacher, Mr. Cho. The little humans pressed their faces against the fence, making excited sounds as wolf pups played nearby. We teach our children that all life has value, Dr. Lee said. When they see a wolf cub stumble while learning to walk, they don't think, dangerous predator. They think, baby who needs help. The video showed Mr. Cho explaining to his students, these wolves are just wild dogs with social anxiety. They need big spaces and lots of friends to be happy. One child raised her hand. Teacher, why do they look sad? They're not sad, Mr. Cho replied gently. They're just shy. But look, that little one is playing now. See how his tail wags just like a dog. The children laughed with delight as the wolf pup chased its own tail and tumbled over. Elder Kixmao from the ancient world spoke next. In 3,000 years, our council has never seen anything like this. We have been observing other species, asking ourselves difficult questions. He activated his own display. It showed his home planet, a world of crystal mountains and singing stones. We eliminated our predators long ago. Giant crystal bears that lived in our mountains. We thought this made us safe. The image changed to show empty caves and silent mountainsides. Now our mountains are quiet. The ecosystem is broken. We realize we lost something beautiful when we destroyed the crystal bears. They were not just predators. They were, what is the human word, cute. More representatives began sharing similar stories. The Hivemind Collective had preserved some images of their extinct predators, flying creatures with rainbow wings and playful behaviors. The Warmoon Coalition admitted their battle cats had been eliminated not because they were dangerous, but because they were too trusting of humanoids. We threw away millions of years of evolution, General Krextar said sadly. We destroyed creatures that could have been our companions. Dr. Lee listened to each story with growing compassion. "It's not too late," she said gently. "If you have genetic samples, we can help you bring back lost species. We've done it many times on Earth." The chamber erupted in excited discussions. Species after species asked if humans could help restore their extinct predators. The Void Walkers wanted to resurrect their Shadow Panthers. The Crystal Singers missed their Harmony Birds. High Chancellor Mordak called for quiet. This brings us to our decision. The Galactic Council votes to accept humanity with a special designation. Dr. Lee, Earth will be our first universal conservation center. We name humans as Galactic Guardians of Life. The chamber filled with sounds of approval, clicks, chirps, harmonious tones, and gentle vibrations from different species. Furthermore, Mordak continued, we request human assistance in establishing conservation programs throughout the galaxy. We want to learn this cuteness-based protection system. Dr. Lee bowed respectfully. We would be honored to help. Every species deserves a chance to reconnect with the life they've lost. 1 year later, the first intergalactic wildlife preserve opened on Concordia Station. Humans worked alongside alien scientists to create safe homes for resurrected species. The crystal bears of the ancient worlds played in specially built mountain caves. Rainbow-winged flyers soared through vast enclosed spaces. Shadow panthers stalked through artificial forests. Commander Thakmore, the former warrior, had become the preserve's head of security. His job was not to protect visitors from animals, but to protect animals from overeager visitors who wanted to pet everything they saw. No touching the crystal bears, he would say firmly to excited alien tourists. Humans use special long sticks for safety. We must follow human protocols. The greatest change came in how species talked about strength and survival. Children across the galaxy now learned that protecting life was the highest form of power. Young aliens watched videos of Earth's animals and asked their parents, why don't we have cute predators anymore? Dr. Lee often visited the preserve to check on the rescued species. She would smile watching alien children press against enclosures, making the same excited sounds human children made. The sounds of wonder and joy were apparently universal. As she watched a group of young crystal singers cooing over baby harmony birds, Dr. Lee reflected on how much the galaxy had changed. Humans had joined the council not through conquest or superior technology, but through a simple truth. Everything deserves protection, especially the things with big teeth and adorable faces. The galaxy was louder now, filled with the sounds of life that had been silent for too long. Beings who had once feared their predators now worked to bring them home.